Okay, sorry about that. My apologies for the delay. What does... Okay. Blank. Close that. Don't need that. Fine, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start off on what's the date? Well, what date are we starting at? Oh wait, I need to set the category writing. Look, January, okay. Now we want this to be probably around like the 15th. Okay, so we need the next year after that. January 15th. Okay. Hello, how you doing, Koba? So we want to say Dalmatia. Okay, we're not doing Dalmatia first. We need to do Vatna Jopal. Then we're discuss. So the plan is Vatna. Update on the status. Yeah. Update the status of update the status of the capital. Destruction of the Grand Mistress's residence and 3 of the Ala house. Um, 01.00.4046. Yeah. It's probably what, negative OS time or something like that. The next dawn. Oh, nice. Nice. I thought you were referring to something to do with your um OS, your computer shenanigans. Almost attacked bosses that are attacked. Okay. Destruction of the Grand Mistress and 3 of the Alat has resulted in the defending defending forces concentrating around the remaining Alat. Mercenary companies are basically establishing temporary fiefdoms within the capital. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do something. I need to pause for a second. We are saying, sorry. I need to add in a thing from here, which basically says, hey, if os dot is first dot par is file hey, that's way better. Within the around the earth, around the towers, exporting the survivors, and forcing them to scavenge food and supplies from the surroundings. Okay. Extorting survivors and forcing exchange supplies. A couple of people, a small group has been sequestering supplies to a small group has been sequestering supplies. Make the journey out to collaborate. Mainly people who have families that Mainly people who have families that are in work. They have families who went to work in. They've collapsed there and are going for. Then we want to say that hey, around say not the same time. We want to say about like 2 weeks later. So that's going to be 11th going to the 25th. Um, not Vadnajokal. This is back to Dalmatia. Not Dalmatia. This is going to be Oumuamua, right? Um, one of the splinter factions of the administration. Um, um, uh, uh, one of the splinter factions of the administration. Mm, uh, 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 mm, why is that not existing? Is that what it's complaining about? That I haven't made the. Why in the world are you like this? Uh, Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. One of the splinter factions of the administration. When I was reaching out to this, need to try and I try and purchase, I try and get more cosmos and or comms following them or they eventually Um, hmm. One is they eventually say unfortunately the process there's there a lot of conflict surrounding the unfortunately um uh, uh, getting a hold of the resources is quite uh, even the high explosive for the payload is getting scarce. Trying to arrange trying to arrange explosive. Even the high explosive payload is getting for the payloads is getting difficult to source. Trying to Jun is tempted to reveal. Jun eventually they come to a deal for manpower. Jun they will send people to Olmur to help build up facilities for rapidly scaling local production. Yeah. uh, um, uh, mm, uh, um, um, mm. Eventually, they come to a deal for manpower, roughly soon of high explosives, as well as your, let's say, um, this allows them to strike a deal. So this allows them to bring in one of the other who are, let's say, who are looking to consolidate defense, moving people towards war. Part of the deal is Jim also puts web offer and places a bounty on any captured caller controllers. Um, 31st January. No, not 31st. We're gonna push into February. 14th. Bind. Uh, Hey 32, how you doing? Um, mm, uh, um, so yeah, how you doing, 30? That makes sense. I'm currently just working on the second chapter of my 2 chapters for these next 2 weeks, kind of the goal. But yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna change this to combined rather than this, and we're gonna set this to 25th. No, wait, hold on. No, yeah, 25th February. Yeah, combine this, and then we're gonna say, hey, this is going to be covering the build-up of facilities at Bilderberg. Summarize the lull period of the war as the invaders mainly said the recover from the initial push. During this time, the bit complexes see a lot of growth. Let's see. During this time, the vid complexes see a lot of growth, and we see a heavy expansion. Of particular note is Jun's retooling. There is of particular note. Jun begins of particular note. Jun begins build One second. Hmm. Uh. Mm, mm, uh, mm, okay. Uh, okay. Um, uh, uh, mm, of particular notion, of a particular notion, is Matogens. The various fabs that have been being built since built over the last 2 years are finally done with the addition. What are done ahead of schedule? The addition. Mm, uh, mm, hmm. Uh, yeah, that's right. I need to get rid of that thing. Uh, 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 okay. The additional fabs starting to pump out. Okay. Jin starts arming uh the starts arming the um vital experimental battalion, a second company with homebrew laser weapons. Um, hmm, mm, uh, uh, mm, uh, 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 mm, uh, uh, help. Mm. Okay, whatever. Been enough progress there that I can. Um, let's see. Mm, uh, uh, hmm, hmm, June starts arming the vital experimental battalions with homebrewed laser weapons. And starts ins- homebrewed laser weapons. Um, uh, has started arming homebrewed laser weapons. These have been proving quite successful, and on Lotharia, hmm, on Illyria, um, on Lothario, um, hmm, on Lothario, um, uh, on Lothario, um, um, uh, um, uh, on Lothario, one of the researchers has managed to tune the polymer recompositor. On Lothario, um, hmm, um, the DIS system, say, on Lothario, um, on Lothario, um, on Lothario, more and more people are making their way to Bulleberg. After the first few convoys have begun. Um, uh, uh, on Lotharia, more and more people are making their way to Bulleberg after the first few convoys begun. After the first few sharing what is happening in the capital. Capital. Orwell has started. Jin has started arming the second company. So it has started building that has been Jin Jin has managed, say, what do you call it? The vital experimental battalion, second company, has managed to find some ASF pilots, and plans are in the works to retake the orbital. Did I put any planning in for? Okay. To this end, several ISAPs and the parts. But to this end, several ISAPs are being built. As core tom droppers, and a refined version of the interceptor is being built for pure void operations. Started arranging convoys, and some of the local researchers at VIT have been able to use the fabs to locally produce large, say enough laser weapons to outfit armor with anti-air capabilities. Um, uh, Basically, it's a laser shotgun. Not as powerful as an ALAT, but has range similar to the lasers carried. The hell does a saber mount? Saber battle sabre. Okay, here. Um. Um. Person to the medium lasers mounted by the enemy sabers, and uh, fills enough space. It's laser flak, not as powerful as enough air that even incoming missiles are shredded. Of course, this activity not exactly. Um, um, being seen by the invaders. Um, a new landing has sorry. Simul on Lothario. Oumuamua, sorry, both planets see a massive push with replenish supplies. Both planets see a massive push with replenished supplies. Um, with replenish forces. Sorry. Um. We see Lothario So we see Blubber first. As the radars begin to fill with content. Saban. Subhan is arranging Subhan decides that it's time, and as radars begin to fill, we see Billboard as news comes from Najokul about the incoming contact. Balan decides that it's time and starts heading. Together with Arbel and Arbel and Joanne. Finally enter Jun's lab. There they receive Jun's recorded message about the last resort protocol. Last resort protocol. The barrier generator is revealed as is the barrier generator is revealed as is the stockpile of liquid light. The instructions on how to supercharge the ALATs. The 6 10 Flash modules are also present, and everyone collectively curses Jin for not telling them about this. Everyone about this before, other than the installation is relatively easy to achieve, and easy to do. They get work deploying the modification. On Omua. In Omua, the notepad has all. We hear about this on in. Hey Zed, how you doing? We hear about this from the Omua side of things, where I'm just doing the planning for this chapter. It's the last of the 2 chapters that I have for the next 2 weeks. Anyways, happy birthday, Zed. Yeah. Where the notepad is picking up incoming picking up another incoming collection pack of well, it depends, right? Like, what kind of hard drive are you buying? What does your PC have? If you're buying like a SATA hard drive and your system has SATA ports, then you don't need to worry about it. You can also buy USB hard drives, at which point you also don't need to worry about it as long as the USB thing is there. Your motherboard might have an NVMe thing that's also viable. Really, the only situation is if you buy a SATA drive and your system doesn't have any free SATA connections, or if you buy like SAS drive, or like buy an NVMe drive with the same situation, or like a SAS drive. SAS drive, you need like some sort of really complicated adapter, I think. So I don't know what you're buying, but most likely you won't need anything extra. No, you don't. Most likely, you won't need anything. No clouds became another incoming path dropship. Um, but yeah, like you can get anyways, most likely I would suggest taking a look in your computer. Yeah, but 1 second. Before, if you're going to buy a hard drive, check with the guy who made you bought your PC built from some guy, right? Check with them if there's SATA expandability. The cheapest option will probably be to buy like an internal SATA hard drive. That's usually your best for like more storage space. It's not going to be as fast as an NVMe, but you can usually use it for like bulk stuff or like smaller files and shit, so Jim wants. Okay, bye. No clouds picking up another pack of dropship. Jin warns the group about. Jin warns, Jin. They attempt. No, we start with Billeberg because the war. A push is made using some additional ice hafts are deployed to launch more. But the remaining ASF forces on Illyria are being deployed to intercept the ice hafts. Oh wait, that's right, I forgot the thing. Okay. Mm, uh, um, let's see. Deploy and ship the ISAPs. Jun. Uh, uh, including packing dropship. Is picking up um where the no-clad. No, actually. We start with Bilderberg. In Bilderberg, as news comes from Saban, we hear from Bilderberg as news comes from Button Jokul about the yada 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 yada. The hell? Still, they got to work. Get to work deploying the modifications. On Omoa, they were slightly better armed. But But as the ASFs enter and intercept course with the Noclad, Jin decides that the uh, um, um, hmm, but as the ASFs enter and intercept course with Noclad, Jin decides that the um that Jin decides to deal with say to protect the satellite, which is still giving the targeting targeting data. Um. mm, um. Okay, update on server. Onomura, the ground. Sorry, Onomura. The battle is mostly in the skies. With the hmm, Onuma, the mm, battle is most uh, 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 Onuma, the battle is mostly in the skies. There are some ground troops, but uh, mostly it's 2 squadrons. PSFs. However, so this particular stream is me writing a test story. So I created this thing that I call the March of Civilization. It's basically a power set that you can give to a character in a story. It's available under Creative Commons. You can use it for whatever story you want. As a way of testing this story, I have been writing a fan work for BattleTech that I've been posting online for anybody who wants to read it. And I have a sort of schedule where, well, I'm trying a new schedule where I post a chapter once every 2 weeks and then work on a couple of chapters until I have enough of a backlog. So that's currently what I'm working on. I'm working on the next chapter for that. I'm on chapter 39. Outside of that, I do a lot of things. I do RPG, which is Mercenary Clan Quest. This is basically like a D&D kind of thing where people will vote on what they want the main character to do next once a week, and then I write updates weekdays for the first half of stream. Then I do a lot of programming. I'm planning on making a replacement for StreamerBot because I'm planning on moving to Linux, and I want a native application for all of that once I shift over. Also a couple of other things that I'm working on, but those are the big ones. Do you have any questions? Onuma, the battle is mostly in the skies. There's some ground troops, but it's mostly 2 squadrons of PSFs. However, it's clear that the battle is not going well. As they the cosmos. So what are you working on? Starting. Depends on the size of the pile of hay. Heavily depends on the size of the pile of hay. Not much. Maybe like a couple stories tops. I think 1.5, maybe 2 stories if you're fairly light. Jostle means to like lightly shake once or twice, right? It's not like keep shaking. It's just like very quickly, just once or twice. That's jostle. like bump almost. It's closer to bump than it is to shake, but yeah. On Uma, the battle is mostly in the skies. There are some ground troops and mostly 2 squadrons of ASFs. Mostly it's 2 and a bit squadrons of ASFs. However, it's clear that the battle is not going well. As the Cosmo and or Toms are being depleted, and they're starting to and they're starting they've started to get off. Honestly, that is something that is explicitly against the rules of the stream. I do make it a note not to ask about personal information. No worries. Anyways, I'm assuming you're new to the stream. Did you catch my explanation of what was going on to Mandoridian earlier? Or do you have any questions about what's going on? Cosmo and Core Toms are being depleted, and they've started to get past the limited anti-air available to Jim spots that however Jim spot. So I created this, which is March of Civilization. It's basically a power set that you can give to any character in a story. It's available under Creative Commons for anybody who wants to use it, even in commercial projects. And I have been refining it for quite a while. This is the latest version. It's going to be uploaded like free. It's going to be made publicly available on the 23rd. And this is going to be there. But to test it and make sure it's working, I've been writing a story, which is mercenary class, which is marching across the inner sphere. It's a BattleTech story about a guy who gets the march as a power, and the march is like engineer sort of like smart guy power set. if you can imagine sort of like Mr. T or Iron Man, where it's not so much that they're like super strong or whatever else that makes them really powerful, it's the fact that they can make stuff, right? And it's it's trying to build out a certain sort of gadget hero arc, not exactly gadget hero archetype, but like kind of the sort of person who could change entire battlefields instead of just being one point of focus. And to test this, I've been writing the story, and Jun's. So I'm currently writing a transition part of the story, right? Until now, I've been writing it with the idea that Jun is a private individual. They've been building up a company, selling off some of their stuff, and we've kind of started to see how things would develop from there, right? And I decided, okay, no, next I want to start exploring what happens when this is no longer just a private individual selling things to people. Jun is going to end up in a position of like significant political power, right? Jun's not going to be like a major political player yet. It's going more. It's more like most. They're going to be in a situation of being basically like, high tech but very small. Like a very small thing. So they're kind of like, yeah. Anyways, and we're going to see the next once this sort of like transition arc is complete. The next arc is going to be Jun having the freedom to build on like an entire nation level of things, and we're going to build out until one of the major events in this story, as in this setting, which is the clan invasion of 3025, and that is going to be like a major, let's say, the next major arc where we see Jun expand past that. And yeah, Jun is, so we're going to see a lot of things with, well, not the clan invasions after 3025, but like 3025 is when everything kind of begins. With like the Fourth Succession War and yada 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 yada, and also the Wolves Dragoons and blah 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 blah, and everything that leads up to the clan invasion starts in 3025. And yeah, so I'm currently planning chapter 39. Yeah, I'm mostly happy with it. I'm working on my next one. Well, I was working on it, but hopefully now that I've organized my time a little bit better, I can improve that. And yeah. I can work on the next model, which is going to be a 3D model. There's honor more weapons mostly in the sky. Some shows mostly 2 and a bit squadrons of ASS. However, Jun spots that the partial said that a few of them are heading to intercept the Noclad. There's an argument as people start to do the math. I mean, it was kind of inspired by like aliens and all of that stuff, but it's a really old personal like idea of how I would want, like how I kind of want to look, right? I originally came up with this design about 3 years ago. Well, actually 4 years ago, but then I wasn't able to stream as much, and then I came back to streaming a few months back. Well, no, about a year back at this point. Actually, it's been more than a year and a half, hasn't it? Since I started streaming regularly again. Hmm. There's an argument as people start to do the math. Um, yeah. Hmm. Math for the offense. And while the Alas are good, there's hmm, um, um, hmm, as people try to figure out what he done. Now, while the Alas good, um, close to 50. Moving that quickly is going to be hard. And, um, um, Jin points out that without mm, that's are good. If they lose tracking, they won't be able to target them. Mm, Jin offers to go up in the XSO1, but no, but I do want to. There's a bunch of games that I want to play, but I haven't because I noticed something that I'm unhappy about with this model. Um, oh, no worries. What would you like what would you like to write your story about? But yeah, in terms of Undertale, there's a couple of games I really want to play, but I noticed something I don't like about this model, so I'm saving them for when I have my next model. I want to play Undertale. I want to play Prototype One. And I want to play Prey. I want to play Prey and a few other games as well. And yeah, um, perhaps when everything is in place for me moving to me moving to me moving to Linux is all done, I'll get to work on that. He offers to go up in this one, but the others attempt to stop them. Jin escape. Jin forces the issue and forces the issue as Jin forces the issue. Jin forces the and yeah, that writing is always going to be fun. If you don't know what you'd like to write about, might I suggest taking a stab at some fanfiction? I mean, I know it's not often seen as like a very. I don't know why, but I understand that people find it somewhat distasteful. But fan works are like
a really good place to learn about these sorts of things, right? It's great to learn about drawing by drawing your favorite characters. It's great to learn about storytelling by telling stories with your favorite characters, and it helps you build up different skills, right? Um, so for example, with my thing, I didn't want to have to like do all the world building of like a whole original setting and yada 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 yada, right? It would have been super messy and it's like super time consuming. But because I only really care about like understanding how the march plays into things and like what I need to fix about it, I can learn a lot just by focusing on okay, what is the impact of a character with the march on this existing setting? Like, do you have any games or shows that you really like?
Jin offers to go up in the XS01, but the others attempt. Jin forces the issue and goes up anyways. Jin offers to go up in the XS01, but the others attempt to stop them. Jin forces the issue and goes up anyways, though they also prime the shield, hit the barrier. Um, mm, 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 um, and also, um, um, Jin forces the issue, and also deploys the barrier generator. Actually, does Jin need to deploy the barrier generator? Yeah, they do. Also deploys the barrier. Not with more than 70 ESF. Then forces the issue and also deploys generator. Also times the barrier generator. This reveals Jun two things. Jun forces the issue. Actually, I don't think Jun reveals the barrier generator on Omua, and goes up, revealing that the XSO1 revealing that the prototype fighter can hit over 45 Gs of acceleration, giving Jin the ability to easily intercept the ASF targeting. Easily intercept the ASF's targeting. The no clad. This. With 6. With the targeting data, the okay, I feel like that's
That covers what I want out of this thing. Let's I'm kind of mixed on whether I want this chapter to completely derail. Like, I want a role that completely derails things. But the thing is, I have what do you call it? I have 450 points on the roller right now. 425. Which gives me a lot of options in terms of like good ones. Like good abilities. But yeah. Hmm. Um, Oh. I'm not sure what you mean by an object show. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that seems interesting. Maybe like something to do with cooking, where you have the objects be the ingredients, and the show is about having like dealing with the fact that people keep eating, like members, say like the people in the, say the characters in the fridge, like you get a semi-rotating cast from the groceries, and maybe like the main character is like a jar of sauce or something that's being slowly consumed over the course of the story. Hmm. Okay, let's roll the dice on the character. Okay. Where is so a new character. He slash him. Who's behind the name? Settings. Masculine, random last name, all categories. Generate. Shaw, Dawson. New immigrant looking for. Immigrant came to Lothario as a part of a. Immigrant came to Lothario due to the
recent economic growth. Heard from a friend. One. So what is like just object? Okay. What's the how long are these? Maybe I'll take a look. But yeah, seems interesting from what I can see. New character, Shaft Dawson. He heard from a friend. Sorry. Remained in the capital as a starport worker, but has heard of Bullerberg from a friend. Randoms. Shaw Dawson. He slash him moved to Lothario as part of a dropship crew. Looks at the okay. Unfortunately, I do need to drop off because I've got some stuff to deal with for work tomorrow. Okay, unfortunately, I do need to drop off. There's like there's some work stuff that's gonna be kicking my ass until probably until the morning. But I'm going to I do need to drop off. I'll be here tomorrow working on a bunch of stuff. So if you'd like to drop by again, I'll be streaming for probably the full 4 hours tomorrow. But yeah, just sorry about the abrupt ending. But this is probably one of the better places for me to stop today. Cheers.